reversing the roles in
Islam.
Islam.
What are you going to talk about?
Reversing the roles in Islam.
No, what it is, right, is
how to
I was
do it.
involved in this radio station in my local city, yeah? And I actually had it on show. I didn't want to, it just happened, you know what I mean? And, you know, we did various programs on drugs and, you know, youth problems and health, and we had a fireman come down, you know, give advice on how to get out of a burning house, very useful. You know, stuff like that, yeah?
Like jump out the windows and all.
Well, you know, and we had this kids competition, and every day kids come and they sing, you know, like they sing a religious song, or, you know, they do a poem, something like that. And every day, whoever was the best one, they win a prize. These little kids all lined up, you know, you give them a little colouring book and pens, they're all so happy, and, you know, it's really nice to see, right? And what we did was, every day there's a competition winner. Every day there's a competition winner, right? And at the end of Ramzan, after 30 days, all the winners, they all go and have a big competition, you know, just all for charity, you know, fun and all that kind of stuff. So we get the top 30, and they go there, and they do like a NAD competition, you know, a religious thing, right? And we also had grown-ups going down. Men, just men. We had a men one and we had a kids one. Right? So my dad is a Mulvi, yeah? My dad goes, come down, help us. I said, no problem, Dad. No fine. So I'm going down.
Your dad's a what?
He's a Mulvi.
Molana.
Religious man.
Religious man, very religious man.
Okay, cool, that's good.
And so I went there and he goes, you know, set the place up. So I'm setting out the chairs and all this stuff. I thought, how can I set it up? You know, how should I set it up? So I had an idea, right? Because we have a stage at the front.
Yeah.
We have all the women and children at the front. Well, help them out. And we have all the men at the back of the hall. You know, that seemed to be the best option. So I did that, right? And I had this friend.
Hamza.
Yeah, tea. Mint tea? Mint tea? Or normal tea is fine. You want milk in yours? No, we'll.
Coffee, I think.
No, I'll take his cup. Are you finished?
I finished.
It's okay. There's a cup.
Coffee, please, yeah. That'd be nice, yeah. Two. Go on, Samir.
Go for it.
Just normal tea for me. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Go on, sorry to disturb you there. So rude. So rude.
So we set the whole up, right? The idea is kids and women at the front and all the men at the back. And, you know, we'll have a show like that, right? Now, my friend, I haven't seen him for about 10 years, right? We went to high school together, you know, first year to year 5. You know, we hung out together. We grew up together, yeah? The guy turns up, you know, he's married, you know, he's got himself a nice beard, you know, he's gone for the sheikh look, you know what I mean? Holy man and all this kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
And he comes up to me, he goes, how you doing, sir? I said, I'm fine, how are you? Everything's good, how's kids and all that? Everything's fine, you know what I mean? He goes, where's everyone sitting? I said, look, right, we've done it, right? So all the women and children sit at the front, and all the men sit at the back. He goes, oh my God. I said, what's wrong? He goes, that's unsuitable. I said, what do you mean? He goes, look, we can't have that. I said, why not? He goes, look, all the men will be able to see the women. I said, look, right, all the women at the front, the men at the back, they can see the back of their heads. That's that. What more do you want? He goes, well, have you not got a chadder, you know, a piece of cloth to, like, you know, curtain the section off? I said, look, I don't know if you've noticed, right, we live in Britain, have you noticed? Yeah? And here, it's a Christian country, atheist country, right? And they don't really have curtain facilities. Now, have you seen the size of this place? I can't find a piece of curtain that big, but it's a fantastic suggestion you have, yeah? He goes, yeah, I know it is, yeah. But I tell you what, since you want a curtain, have you brought one here? He goes, no, why not? You knew you were coming here, and this was an objection. Why didn't you bring a curtain that was 100 metres long and 20 metres high? Can't you find it? He goes, well, actually, I can't find it, no. I said, well, sorry, man, there's not I can do. So then he goes off and gets this other nutter. This one's a freshie from back home. You know, in India, he's like, you know, he's want to be, you know, he thinks he's a don. As soon as he lands at the airport, suddenly he becomes a sheikh, you know what I mean? Grows a beard, you know what I mean? You know, I've got other suggestions, I won't go into it, but, you know, he lands, suddenly he turns into a sheikh, he's all religious man, all this kind of hoo-ha, yeah? So he comes over to me, right, and he goes, look, let me get this straight, how does this work? I said, look, women sit at the front, you think so, men sit at the back. Understand, right? He goes, right, okay. But what if they look at my wife? I said, look, she's your wife, not a Ferrari or something, you know, she's not your possession. And look, you know what I mean? Women sit at the front, men sit at the back. Men will not be able to look at your wife. Then he goes, what if she turns her head and looks at a man? I go to look, what happens between you and your wife is your own business, mate. What do you want me to do about it? Yeah. You know what I mean? What do you want to blind her, put blinkers on her? You know, maybe poke her eyes out before she gets in? Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, mate. What happens between you and your wife is your own business, isn't it?
Sorry, do you want tea? Tea?
If there's enough cups.
No, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Get one cup of tea.
Yeah. Count that as lucky.
Right? So then, you know, he comes over and he goes, oh my God, you know what I mean? So I explained to him that, look, what's happened between you and your wife is your own business, surely. I can't be involved in that. Right? The guy didn't like my answer. So he goes, well, I'm not happy with it. Well, sorry mate, you know, I'm not happy with everything, you know, I'm not happy that it rains, I'm not happy I ain't got a Ferrari, you know, disappointment is part of life, you know what I'm saying? He goes, I want to speak to someone higher up. Next person higher up is my dad. So I said to my dad, right? So he goes to my dad, oh my God, what a scandal. Muslim women and Muslim men are going to be in the same location without a piece of cloth between them. They'll go crazy and attack each other in a frenzy of madness, you know what I'm saying? They'll completely lose control and just attack each other in public like obscene animals. My dad goes, are you mad? Are you crazy? You idiot? You see, my dad goes, okay, when you go to town with your wife, right? You take your wife to town, don't you? He goes, yeah. When you go to town with your wife, do you go around with a cloth around like this? Don't look at my wife, don't look at my wife. No, you don't do that, do you? When you go to the bank, do you go there with a cloth surrounding and say, don't look at my wife is too holy. You know what I'm saying? When you go to buy clothes with her, you know, do you cover her in a cloth as well? No, you don't. It's fine for other people to look at your wife, then, isn't it? It's fine for non-Muslims to look at your wife. But when we have to do with Muslims, suddenly, oh no, Muslims looking at my wife, oh no. You know what I mean? What the hell's going on with you people? But they just shut him up. They didn't like it, right? So then he comes over upset. I'm telling my missus she can't come. Gets on phone like a hero. Goes to his missus, right? You're not coming down. Right? Now come on, we all know where the true power is in a marriage. It's with the women. The men like to pretend they're the boss. Well, women are the boss. It's known fact. 100% fact, right? So he rings up his wife and says, wife, you're not coming down. It's unsuitable for you. His missus goes, okay, I'll come and get you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Weed.
So they come down, right?
I want weed.
So they come down, you know, he brings his missus and kids and all this kind of do and all this kind of stuff. We had all the men on one side, we come up with this idea. And I thought, look, how can I resolve this idea? What these men were upset about, right, was the fact that there wasn't a piece of cloth to section off the women in one little corner and they have to run to the middle of the place. And what they were upset about is women were not being cut, you know, like... Cut off. Yeah, cut off, being you know, cattled away, sort of, right?
Livestock.
Yeah, like livestock, like possession. You know, don't look at my wife, it's my Ferrari, you know what I mean? You know, don't look at her, you know what I mean? It's mine, you know what I mean? Like possessions. What's wrong with these idiots, right? You know what I mean? And then I had this solution. I thought, I know, since they want a cloth so badly, you know, to protect the women, so-called, more like their egos, I had this idea. I said, look, why do we need a cloth for the women when this is a women and children's do? What we need is we need a cloth for the men. What I'll do is I'll put a cloth in one section, and when the men come in, I say, okay, stop. Women and children that way. Man, you dirty animal, get over there in that corner, you filthy beast. You disgust me. And I have them all trapped in a little corner, behind a channel, not being able to see anything, trapped like animals and pigs. You know what I'm saying? I have the women roaming around, children roaming around, enjoying the facilities, and I have all the men like animals trapped in a little corner. And they can't complain, because that's my channel. Sorry, mate. You men are the problem. Women are fine. You men are the problem. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So instead of coupling women all up together, we'll couple the men up together like the animals they are, and leave the women free like the wonderful people they are and the children. That's the conclusion I've come to. I'm going to do that as well. You know, because what it is, these people, they don't like the idea of their women being free and all this stuff. They like more trapped, and you know, the kids trapped, and the men roaming around like they own the place. And we all know it's the women that have the real power. We all know that. It's a woman that makes a home. It's a woman that makes a marriage. It's a woman that makes a mother. If we were for women, all we'd ever do is kill, destroy, and build. That's all we'd ever do. It's only because there's women in this world that we stop. You know what I mean? Or so we just kill and destroy, and that's all we'd ever do. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I definitely.
That's the only reason. Women are what most of our humanity is. It's women that
comes from your mother.
Understand.
Your sensitivity comes from your mother.
That's it. That's you know, we have sisters, as in literally our sisters. You know what I'm saying? You know, and our mothers.
That's how you would appreciate women.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. And women are slightly more than half of humanity as well. You know what I'm saying? And only women can create life. You know what I'm saying? As such. You know what I'm saying? With the help of men, only women can create life, and there's a reason for it. And if it wasn't for women, can you imagine how cold and cruel this world would be? Can you imagine how cold and cruel this world would be if there were no women in this world? There will be animals like these bunch of animals here. I'm telling you, making monkey noises and screaming at each other and slamming doors as hard as they can, trying to attack people in the middle of the night who minding their own business. I've never seen nothing like it, man. You know what I'm saying? Never seen nothing like it.
So you call it a rap, yeah?
I call it a rap, man.